Hey everybody, Name Unbroken here, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. Today I'm going to try to send a refueling bit up to my space station and then see if I can't get an SSTO up into orbit and dock it for refueling purposes. I'm not entirely sure that this refueling vessel here is going to work. I've been toying around with it and it's a bit heavy. I managed to get it up and dock it in a practice run, but it sometimes is a little sketchy. It's unmanned. It's got this little probe there. For the most part, it works. There's occasionally a little hiccup that causes one of these rockets to kind of fall off and blow things up. So we'll see if this one works. Let's see. I'll throttle up about there, and there we go. Yeah, this is a little bit heavy. Throw it up a bit more. Heavier than I expected. Like I said, I kind of modified it a little bit and haven't actually tested this last bit of modifications that I did. Hopefully, it will not explode and destroy itself. Crap. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think. Oh shit, no we're not. So far so good. That did not work out well. I don't even know what happened there. Okay. That's going well so far. Although, that's not good. It's not... oh, crap. Yeah. That's not what I wanted at all, is it? And gimbaling is currently turned on. I meant to turn it off. Although, everything seems to be going okay now. Okay. That's not... that... I don't know what just happened. Everything was fine. Why did that happen? Okay. So... let's go. Oh, don't blow up. Oop, okay. Good deal. Now, I'll turn to my target. I have this docking port on the front there, so I want to point directly at it, and as I get closer, I'll just dock, obviously. We should be able to turn on our RCS, burn forward toward our target. I also, not only will I have a lot of this liquid fuel and oxidizer, I'll have a lot of RCS here to use for the fuel transfer. Now, somebody had recommended that I use a mod that's really good for docking, which seems pretty cool. I want to try everything without mods for a while anyway. And that one that was recommended, one that just basically just lines up your docking nodes and what have you, it doesn't seem cheaty or anything, but I definitely want to be able to not use it, if that makes sense. So it's not, it definitely was not a bad suggestion. It was a really good suggestion actually, and I may look into that. Just like I may look into a different mod just to add, some clouds to Kerbal and make it look a little bit prettier, but for now I just want to focus on non-mods and make sure I can do things without the help of extra add-ons. Because that's how I roll, for some reason. But yeah, I definitely may look into that, because that would be, I know a lot of the shuttles and stuff, they use technology similar to that. That shows exactly how lined up you are with your docking ports. So that's definitely really cool. So I may get that in the near future. Okay. This should set it up nice and neat. There we go. Now it's all nice and neat. Okay. Alright, that worked out well. So now I just have to, sadly, send up 3 more of those and do that again. Okay, so we finally docked the 4 refueling bits to our Kerbal Space Station. That was my phone. Yeah, so now we just have to get an SSTO, and actually, probably a safe idea to go ahead and shut down these engines, as I don't want to accidentally hit a button and then you know, cause the space station to explode or something. So we're just gonna shut these down, and then we will get underway with our SSTO launch and try to get it into a high orbit. Like I said, this thing's around 200,000 meters, and it's gonna be a little bit difficult. I was working with a lot of different SSTOs, trying to design several things, and managed to get a few working ones, but they could only get a low orbit, and then I finally got one that could get a high orbit, but once it's up there, it's out of fuel. I may have to practice a little bit with landing first, because I want to try to get this thing up here and docked, and then refuel, and then land it for you guys. So I may have to practice some landings first, because I'm not very good at it. As you've seen from previous videos, I can fly things, just not land things. So like I said, I'll practice that and try to get better at it, and then I'll record some footage. I'll try to fly the SSTO up here to 200,000 meters, and dock it, refuel it, and then try to go land it again. Okay, so we're back in the Spaceplane hangar. I want to load up my SSTO. I just want to mention, I tried several designs of my own, and I managed to get a Spaceplane hangar, or not Spaceplane hangar, I managed to get a single stage to orbit working into orbit, but I couldn't get one high enough to actually connect with the space station. So I was just a few moments away from designing a reorbit station in a low orbit, or sorry, a refueling station in a low orbit, because I just couldn't get a space plane up to the space station. And then finally, I managed to alter the stock space plane that's here, and managed to get that up to the space station. So it's not completely original. You can see here's the stock Ares 4A, and then I built a 4A1 that didn't quite get there, and then finally with this one, the 4A2, you'll notice a few changes, but it's just enough to get into a 200,000 meter orbit, just barely. There's not a whole lot. Actually, let me show you the original, and then we'll compare them. I didn't do a whole lot of changes. So this here is basically just got these 2 fuel tanks on the side, and then these 2 here in the middle, and then the 1 rocket and 2 engines, with 1 RCS tank, a small one, and then the docking port there. So what I did with the A2 is basically just add another, you can see here, another RCS tank, add some parachutes because I cannot land. A couple of more of these RCS ports, thrusters, and then I just kind of doubled the engines on the side as well as the air tanks, and added, right here, added another small tank of liquid fuel. Still got the same rocket. Yeah, it's basically this. I mean, it's kind of the same, just with a couple of extra parts, and then a 3rd wheel here in the middle to keep it from bottoming out whenever I try to lift. That's basically it, though. It's pretty similar to the stock one, with a few changes. So it's not completely original. I'm still trying to work on a completely original SSTO that'll get me up into a high enough orbit to dock with a station. And also, I still need to kind of work out some of the way that I launch the refueling bits up to the space station, because they're not completely effective, they're not completely full when they get there, and I would like to have full tanks get there and make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll try to launch this thing and dock it to the space station, and then hopefully refuel it and bring it back down for what I hope will be a landing. But I highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. And I'm going to go with Nellen here, because he's very courageous and not very stupid. Although, to try to land this thing, you'd have to be pretty stupid. Yeah, that being said, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Macvin, actually, because he's pretty stupid, and we need a stupid person to try to land this thing. Get my resources up. Okay, where is the space station? I guess it's okay where it is. Okay. Hopefully this will work. So it lifts off pretty well. Don't have to worry about that too much. I tried to do some practice runs with landings, and I could just almost get it, but I think it's, I don't know, it's almost like it's not quite heavy enough, or I guess sturdy enough. I'm not really sure, because it comes down, and it looks like it'll come down to a nice gentle glide, and then whenever it just touches the runway, it'll run on it smooth and straight for just a couple of seconds before it wigs out and goes in all kinds of different directions and blows up. I have no idea what to do about that. None whatsoever. But the actual like flying and handling is pretty decent. It's a little bit long, which I don't really like. See, it's a lot of space here between the wings and the front. That I don't really like, and that might have something to do with it. And then I spread out these landing gear on the back, these two on the edge, just to try to make it a little bit more sturdy, and that helps somewhat. It definitely helped during takeoff, because before I would start to go down the runway and it would just kind of veer in random directions, so I just spread out those legs a little bit, or those landing gear, and then added the middle one, and it made it a lot sturdier for takeoff, but it didn't seem to help too much for landing. And I tried to watch some videos of people landing, and it just did not work very well for me. So I guess we'll try it again, and poor sad Macvin here, he doesn't know that this might be his final mission. I'm also kind of running out of some ideas. I'm kind of just doing, I've noticed I've done just sort of basic things for the Kerbal Space program. You know, I have one satellite, one communication satellite up, and I have a couple of rovers on the moon. So I went to the moon, landed a couple times, got those people back. Yeah, then I had the space station, and now I've got this single stage to orbit. But that's basically it. I mean, I haven't done a whole lot else. I haven't done anything too exciting. So I think these things are about to cut out. I actually need to aim point straight ahead. Oh god. That did not work like I wanted it to. I guess it's alright. I'm at a decent height. I would like to be a little bit higher, but I can't quite get it to that. I can get it to around, what was that, like 25,000 meters? So it's not too bad, I guess, before it starts to kind of burn out. Or flame out, I guess. I would like to get that a little bit better. But anyway, as I was saying, I want to try to, I don't really know. I want to try to do something a little bit more exciting. So I might play around a little bit with some other games, and then on the side, just kind of do this in my own time to work on some skills, and maybe go to other planets and set up other stations and other manned missions and stuff to other planets and whatnot, before I start recording some more of this stuff. Maybe. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just feel like this is I've just done some basic, simple things here and haven't really done anything too exciting. And I would like to do more exciting things, for sure. Okay, so I've got a decent little orbit. Actually, I might need to lower my apoapsis a little bit, just so I can catch up to the station. Okay, and then we'll have to wait a little bit until I catch up to it. Getting close to running out of fuel, as you can see. So like I had said earlier, this is kind of just as high as it'll get, and is able to dock. Yeah. It really can't go much higher than this. Okay, so we're just about there. I ran out of oxidizer and almost out of liquid fuel a little while back, so I was using some RCS to try to do the final little tweaks to this rendezvous. Um, we're almost there now. And we've got plenty of RCS fuel, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh crap, nope. Wow, something is really wrong with me today. Alright, this is not... No crap, wrong button, wrong button. Wrong button, wrong button. Okay. Something has got to change here. I think what I'm gonna do is control from here. And that's my target. Good deal. So, yeah, this is not working. Not working at all. Something is definitely not right, though. Oh, that's probably why. I had SAS off, and I don't know how that happened. Oh my god, okay, this is ridiculous. Re-freaking-diculous. Okay. So that was horrible. Fuck. So yeah, here we are. We're docked finally. I'm transferring some fuel. Something happened earlier on my first attempt to dock, and SAS got turned off, and I didn't realize it forever, and I wasted all of my RCS fuel. So I had to redo it. I had to start over, go again. As you can see, we went back with Nellen because apparently being stupid does not pay off. So we've got Nellen now. He's our current pilot. He's sitting in the cockpit, as you can see. There's our station that we're docked to, finally, after much deliberation. Fun stuff. So, get back out of the cockpit. Okay, so we're transferring some fuel and we're gonna try to land. Hopefully. Okay, and... Whoa, wait, what happened there? What is this? What's going on with this? What? How did this break off? What the fuck? You know what? Hold on. Alright. Let me do a little quick load. Okay. Is everything intact now, finally? Looks to be the case. Oh, jeez. KSP does not like me today. Okay. How are we on fuel? There... A little bit of liquid fuel, that's enough to get down, I think. So we're just going to focus on this. So which one of these is the big tank? There we go. That looks good. Okay, so we're going to try to land. And I highly doubt that that's going to work. But... oh god, I guess we should do it. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay, no worries, no worries. Intake air is pretty decent. And those are full of fuel. So why not get started? Oh, are you kidding me? That's alright, that's alright. It's all good. Pretty view. Okay, I can see the runway. I'm not on course like I wanted to be. Gear... I said gear down. Thank you. Gear down. Scheiße. No, don't go back up. I need you to go down. Okay, now flatten out a little bit. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, I do not believe in you. I don't think you can do this. Oh god. Come on. Those brakes and don't flip. Oh my god. It's been done! Holy crap. Let's just shut those engines off now. Oh my god. So we lost our rocket. we lost our rocket. That's quite alright. I'm totally okay with that. One minor mishap, my first ever successful landing after a lot of mishaps for this stupid SSTO. Oh my god. Okay. I can call it a day. I think I'm happy about that. And I would probably just prefer to do some other stuff now. Because that took a lot out of me. That was a lot of work. That was my stupid technical difficulty. So that SAS wasn't on, and I basically had to just cancel that whole mission and start over because I just lost the guy trapped in space. And the whole purpose of today was to show you the SSTO that I did. So I had to start that all over and refly the whole freaking thing. And with a less stupid pilot, apparently that paid off quite well. Because he made it down and landed. This is the only time in his simulations he's never been able to land. This is the only time he's ever been able to land, and it was his first attempt at landing after going into orbit and docking with the space station with the first ever SSTO that I've made. Well, first successful one that I've made. Holy crap, I feel much better now. I kind of feel bad that I lost that rocket, but oh well, that happens. We can get that fixed. I mean, we're right there. There's the Spaceplane hangar. Well, that being done, that's I guess how you do an SSTO. So as you saw, I just want to go over this again. This is it's the, oh god, what is it called? Ares 4A2. I've already forgotten now. It's the stock SSTO spaceplane, but modified. And as it turns out, we didn't really need both of these RCS tanks here. We only needed the one, but we did need all of this fuel that I've added and these extra engines. We needed all that. Maybe I had the extra tank on here because without it, it would put the center of gravity too far back, and I need the center. Well, maybe not, because I might be able to move these. I don't know. Maybe I'll mess around with it later, but anyway, I didn't even show you that part. We had the center of mass was, I don't know, somewhere right around here, and then the center of thrust was just a smidge behind its center, and kind of pointed up and forward a little bit, I think. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and it's got a battery on it here and some solar panels that I added so that I could keep a charge on the dark side of the Earth. I mean, of the planet Kerbal. What else it has? It has some struts. It's got some parachutes in case things went bad, which they did many a times in my practice runs. I didn't even use the octagonal strut glitch thing to put more intakes on it without clipping. I didn't use that. That's just one intake per engine. And then, the rocket engine thing. So I have these little struts here connected to those engines just so I can have the fuel lines running to that single middle rocket. And then I've got, you can't really see them, I've got them on the bottom from these tanks to this engine. Or rocket, rather. Yeah. And that's it. I'm really proud of myself. I know some of you are like, oh, whoop-de-doo. We've done that before. But this was my first successful SSTO launch, docking, refueling, deorbiting, and landing. The first one I've ever done, and it worked. I don't even think I did it on the practice ones. Like, I went up and docked on the practice runs that I did, but I didn't come back down because I didn't actually expect to be able to land. I just wanted to try to do it just for entertainment purposes for you guys, and it turned out it worked. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, as I said earlier, I might kind of try to focus on some other games for a while. Maybe not. I'm not really sure how things are going to go. I'll definitely keep playing this in my spare time. Probably not recording it right away because I want to try to just explore some new ideas and see what's fun. See what all I can do, because this has been just kind of really basic stuff, with the exception of this SSTO. That, from what I've read on the forums and whatnot, it's one of the more difficult feats, and I would definitely have to agree. But if I can do this, hopefully I can do other things, like go to other planets and send manned missions to other planets and systems and stuff. That would be good. I think that'd be a little bit more exciting. This took forever to fabricate this whole SSTO situation. But it was fun. It was worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just like the video if you liked it. Be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.